What do y'all think about PnB Rock's girl? Have y'all seen her her recent Instagram posts? Somebody sent me her Instagram post, and I want to break that down. I want to break that down. Somebody said, yeah, me and Rita both. We switch it up. We keep a rolling on us here and there. Let me read some of these super chats, and then we gonna go into this. All right. Julius Germain says Anton interview him and went off him too. I don't know. Not after that breakdown I just did. We'll see. Mel Duke says Future said he spent 2 M's before he hit the box on a chick. With a discussion with KS. Nah, I think that was just for a video though. I don't think that was real. I don't think he was really talking about that. I think he was just talking on a video. Aaron says thoughts about Saudi Arabia moving oil transactions away from the dollar as a reserve currency. I sent you the article in your email. I got to research it, Aaron. I'm going to check it out tomorrow. I will check it out tomorrow. All right, so PnB Rock's chick. We all know that PnB Rock. And thank y'all for the super chats. I'm continuing to read them throughout the show. We all know that PnB Rock was brutally murdered in Los Angeles, right? Thank you, Black Seinfeld. I appreciate it. And he was murdered in front of her, right? They walked up. I think it was a son and a father that set him up at a Waffle House in Los Angeles, or ran up on him and killed him and took his jewelry or whatever, and they go into jail and all of that, right? So we know that, right? And it was really unfortunate. But again, the theme of this show today is breaking down the mindset behind people that are slaves and slavers, right? You got the chain, you got the shopping, but you know what she never did? She never got a ring. And I don't have any smoke for her whatsoever. I'm using her as an example. But you know what she never got? She never got a ring. So she don't have any entitlement to his royalties. Even if you had a ring and you just had a contract or he had a will, it could be challenged by his family. She don't have no money to be able to take care of her daughter and all of this other type of stuff. So I'm going to play the video for y'all, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. Because she's sexy. She fine. But she never got a ring. She never got a ring. Y'all laying down and y'all having kids by people and you never got a ring. Let me play this video, and then I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about the whole thing.
Take a slight right turn.
Wait. Get started. What's
Nope, I don't get nothing.
What's up with y'all?
Take a slight right turn.
Why do y'all be getting tattoos? Why do women get tattoos on their face? Why do women get tattoos on their face? I don't understand that, John.
It's a season of obedience, a season of vulnerability, a season of transparency.
Now, I have not watched this video, but y'all gave me a little bit of a preview, and then I did some research on her situation, but I want to see what she got to say about this whole thing.
And I do not want to make this video. Like, I look a hot mess, but God been telling me to make this video for a couple days now, and I'm like, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I don't want to do this video. But, like, I'm shaking. I don't want to do this, but this is basically a video of gratitude, and I just want to been supporting me. Thank you. If you've been reposting my prayers, like, it really means so much to me. And God wanted me to tell y'all that since Rock been gone,
1.7 miles.
ooh, Lord Jesus, help me. Since he been gone, I haven't had no help, like no child support, no type of help at all, like no type of no type of assistance. And let's be real, like, you know, he took care of me and my whole family. Like, I always have my own little motion, like, you know, I got my little Airbnbs and, you know, little stuff like that. But it's like, let's be real, like, it's not out of abundance.
So first and foremost, let me give y'all a little bit of update on Airbnbs. I've never advised you guys to ever go into Airbnbs because I've always felt like the market was going to be saturated in the first place, right? Let me check my flight. Check my flight. Oh, we ain't boarding until 1:43, so we got a little bit of time. You see that? First, First. That's the only way I ride. If y'all ever see me in the airport, say what up though. Know that I'm gonna be sitting in the front though. I'm not gonna be sitting in the back because I'm a slaver, not the slave. But Airbnbs is not even popping right now. The overwhelming majority of the people that I know that's doing Airbnb right now, um, they getting killed. They don't even make enough to be able to make the mortgage payment. And so this is one of the things that I tell y'all about debt. Now, if you just holding on to a property specifically, um, because you use it, right? So let's just say, for example, I got a multiple different properties that I own that I use that I'm not renting out, and I go to pretty frequently. But while I'm not there, I maybe want to make it available to be able to Airbnb it. That's a completely different thing. But if you're trying to use Airbnb as a business model, you are going to be suffering over the next 18 months at least. Let me say it again. You are going to be suffering over the next 18 months. I have never told my bag chasers ever to get into the Airbnb business. I do think that real estate can be incredibly lucrative, but if you are in any kind of market, I don't care unless you are in some kind of remote area where they're limiting the amount of Airbnbs that could even be on the market in the first place. Outside of that, if you are in the Airbnb game, you are getting killed. You're not even making your rent. I know you're not making your rent. And so I've never gotten into the Airbnb game. Every single property that I own is being rented long term by families. And I actually break down inside of the Patreon what it is that I look for in order to vet people that become long time renters, because I've never had a tenant leave a property. I've never had a tenant be late on a payment. I've never had any kind of problems. And it's been absolutely phenomenal for me as far as a wealth building tool, in that it adds to my net worth, which at some point is going to factor into my ability to be able to buy the Pistons. But if you are in Airbnbs, you're getting killed. You're not making no money anyway. But let's continue.
Um, and I still been taking care of my family, and I still been providing for my whole family. And it's been rough and it's been tough, but going back to gratitude, if you supported me and bought a hoodie for me, thank you. It means so much, because it's like light at the end of the tunnel. It's giving me a way that I can provide for my family, being purposeful and not doing what I got to do. And I appreciate that. It means so much to me. If you purchase my hoodie, if you repost my prayers, thank you so much. And this is really just the beginning. Seriously, this is just the beginning. And I just want to express my gratitude. I'm so grateful for y'all for supporting me. It just means everything, because it's been tough. It's been hard. It's been tough.
First of all, let me express a little bit of sympathy because, again, nobody wants to see somebody else get deleted. All right? That's not the move. I don't like the idea that somebody can get deleted. Nobody should be taking somebody else's life because they're trying to steal a chain from them or they're trying to take something off of them. So that's not what we own right now. We're just talking about the whole idea behind you doing the thing that you're supposed to do and protecting yourself adequately to prevent yourself from being in a situation where you're then subjected to people needing to support you instead of having that life insurance, instead of being married in order to be able to get the royalties that go along with it. Her and her kid is not going to be able to benefit as a result of him creating a catalog, because she never got married. You have to marry before you carry, in the words of my friend Kevin Samuels.
Let's see what y'all talking about. But yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, thank you so much for supporting Angel Energy. Thank you so much. If you purchased a hoodie from me, if you've been reposting my prayers, if you've been praying for me and my family, thank you so much. That
She
means
seems like a very
everything.
positive person.
And it's just been tough without no help, without my protector and my provider here. But it's really I'm just letting God use me. I'm just trusting.
Fellas, if we real protectors and providers, then we're going to have life insurance, and we're going to have to make sure that we marry the women that we have killed children with. That's just my personal perspective. If you do not see her as valuable enough to actually have children with, then you won't marry her. If you actually see her as a person that's valuable enough to marry, then you have children with her. But do not do one without the other. Do not have children out of wedlock. Fellas, I'm telling you, it is not a good look. I don't care if you got to get a prenuptial agreement. I don't care if you have to have conversations, if you need to vet effectively, if you need to get your family involved. But do not have children with a woman that you are not married to. You are setting her up for failure if anything was to ever happen to you.
I was playing I'm just being obedient. Like if that's what God wants, then you know, like have your way. Like if that's what you want, have your way. Like I ain't about to cry, you know. Like yeah, so I'm just being obedient. It's been tough. It's been hard. But thank you if you've been supporting me, like, because that's how I take care of my family. That's how I take care of everybody around me. Like if you know me, you know, like I take care of everybody around me, like everybody. So thank you. Oh yeah, look at my nails. Okay, I love y'all. I did not want to do this video. Oh yeah, and then for the hoodies, speaking of being obedient, so I got the hoodies, a whole bunch of them. So it's God's hand all on me. Like seriously, this is a peace that comes from God, not from the world. This is, ooh, be careful. Have experiences with my man, like, and now since he in heaven, it's like I could feel God so much closer to me. It's like the heavens, it's on my side. Like seriously, I cannot make this up. Like I could hear God.
Do y'all and listen, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And I don't know what PnB Rock is, so I'm not specifically speaking about PnB Rocks and what his life was like, or wherever, however he lived his life, or whatever. But do y'all believe that everybody, just because they die or just because they're meaningful to us, that they automatically gonna go to heaven? Honestly, do y'all believe that every person, like your little boo boo that was terrorizing the streets and they influenced people to do the wrong thing and they was out here killing people? And again, this is not about PnB Rock, but she brought it up, so I just want to bring it up myself. Do y'all think that everybody, that just because they passed away or they were killed in a tragedy, that they just gonna automatically go to heaven? Your grandmother was the devil while she was here, and she let a lot of things happen under her watch. I don't know if your grandmother is necessarily in heaven, but let's continue.
His voice so clear in my head. It's amazing. And I'm just, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm just being obedient. That's why I'm making this video. Y'all know I'm a super private person.
All right, let me go ahead and fast forward.
I don't do stuff like this. At the same time, trying to, you know, empty myself of my ego and my pride, because I'm not asking nobody for nothing. Like, I don't care. I could be on fire. I don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna ask. Plan on death. Like, yeah. No, he did not have life insurance. No, he did not have a will. No, we didn't have nothing set up. We're so young. We don't plan on death. Like, so I don't get no death benefits. I don't get nothing. Like, I don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna ask nobody for nothing. I got that personality and I'm working on that. I'm trying to, you know, empty myself of my ego and my pride, because I'm not asking nobody for nothing.
For all of you rappers out here, for everybody that's in the entertainment industry, for everybody that's getting money or whatever, right? If anything was to happen to me, well, I'm in a rare position where I believe that I'm worth more alive than I am dead, right? But ain't y'all tired of begging and doing fish fries and doing GoFundMes and stuff like that? If anything was to ever happen to me tomorrow, for my wife to have to come on the internet and petition people to support her because she can't even feed herself as a result of me doing all of this stuff. Now I'm sitting here rolling around, riding first class, right? Got the first class flights. We flying together. Got the Versace glasses. Got all of the Rolexes and all of this other type of stuff, right? Leather bags, $5,000 iMac, MacBook Pro, and all of this other type of stuff, right? I got multiple different things, riding the S class and everything like that. He literally, PnB Rock had the exact same S class as me, the latest one, 2023 S580. That's what he was riding. And your chick is struggling less than a year after you pass away because you didn't even have life insurance, or you ain't have no assets to be able to pass on to her, or you ain't put nothing in her name, or you ain't set her up at all. You know, the thing that I worked so hard for earlier in my journey, the first thing that I did, when I first started really getting money, I did two things, right? Actually, I did three things. The first thing that I did was I made sure that my wife was straight. And I'm gonna read the super chats. I'm reading them throughout the show. First thing I did was I made sure that my wife was straight. I made sure that we had bought enough assets, that we had a high enough net worth to where she never ever have to worry about anything ever again. And I set her and my mom up and her mama. I set her, my wife, and her mother up and my mother up. I made sure that my people was straight. I didn't go out and I didn't start buying Rolexes and stuff. I didn't buy this one. This was my very first Rolex, the sub, right? And I bought this back in I think 2017. Way before that, I had already started buying real estate and assets and putting money into certain places. And I have multiple different places and spreadsheets. I even got a video. Let me tell you something. I have a video that is released, and it is with my lawyer and it is with my people, that if anything was to ever happen to me, that it gives clear instructions. I have written out, I have a will, I have a lawyer, I have videos that I update on a regular basis based off of where I am in my life, that gives very clear instructions from me specifically. And I update it every 6 months. I go and review the one that I did, and then I update it based off of where I'm at in my life on what exactly my estate is to do in the case that I ever demise. If anything ever happened to me, I set my people up first. I made sure that they didn't have to come out here begging, and so everything that we did after that is up on, it's points on the board. The second thing I did was I made sure that my daughter's college and that her future was secure. Created a trust for my daughter. Made sure that her college was paid for. Right? Took care of my family, took care of my daughter, and then we started adding and living life and started busting it down. Then we started spending money. I didn't start balling and spending money and then tried to revert back and all of that. No, I made sure that my family was secure. I made sure that my assets were straight. And one of the benefits that came along with, and as a part of my package that I negotiated with my employer when I decided that I wanted to come back into corporate America because they offered me such an egregious amount of money, was the benefits package. A lot of y'all are familiar with the type of money I make because I dropped my W-2 inside of the Patreon. If you're not a part of the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. You know how much they paying me in my corporate position, right? My payout, if anything was to happen to me from an insurance perspective, because my insurance is literally can't be any more than $8 a month. They insure me, they insure my wife, they insure my daughter. And if anything was to ever happen to me, my insurance payout just from my job, and then I got a separate insurance policy on all of us too. My payout for my job is 10 times my salary. Hear me out. Not only do I get the healthcare coverage, not only do I get the 401k, not only do I get the bonuses and the employee stock purchase plans and all of this and the equity in the company based off of how long I'm there every single year. I get 2 bonuses every single year in November and in March. I also have a 10 times my salary if anything was to ever happen to me that's separate from a completely different life insurance plan, and the assets that I've been able to acquire that then go into my wife and my daughter's name. You gotta, come on, man. Don't have your chick out here looking like a dusty on the internet talking about please buy my hoodie. We have to start getting our business in order. Are you a slaver or are you a slave? I talked about it in the beginning of this live stream. If you did not watch the beginning of the live stream, go back and watch the beginning where I broke down the differences between the 3 levels of poverty as far as being a financial slave. And then I also went into the difference of going into that 4th level in which you break away from the financial poverty, and then you become a slaver. I am the person that owned the slaves. I'm the person that runs the plantation. Come on, we have to take care of our business and be in order. Have things in order, y'all.
I don't care. I could be on fire. I'm not even gonna ask you to spit on me. I don't need nothing.
This is sad, man.
But nah, I'm trying to stop being like that. But God, He's been making a way. He's been making.
And let me say one more thing also, because I know a lot of y'all be having these big life insurance policy. I see Q says she got 750, right? Um, if you are single and you don't have any children or anything like that, you don't have to have a big life insurance policy. The only thing you want to make sure of is that if anything happens to you, that you don't leave your family in duress and having to bury you, and that they have to do a fish fry or do something in order to make sure that you're taken care of, right? The only time I advocate for people to get these crazy big life insurance policies, because then it starts to cost you a lot more over time, is in the event that you have a family or you have other people that are then depending on you for them to be able to survive, right? You can't tell your chick, hey, I don't want you to work, and then if anything was to ever happen to you, she has no transferable skills, she has no education, she has no life insurance policy, and your kid gonna have to go into debt in order to be able to go to college, right? You don't need a huge life insurance policy. You just need to ensure that your people is not under duress as a result of you dying, because then it exponentially multiplies the grieving process, because then people have to figure out how to come up with money just to bury you.